people choose to share their life with another person, they tend to have certain hopes. And there's nothing wrong with any of the hopes, it's just you have to ask yourself if you two have talked about it. So the first of those hopes is that all the good things I ever wanted, I will find with you. Why else would I want to share my life with you if all those good things I ever wanted weren't going to come true? And the second of those hopes is that I get to keep all the good things I have. You know, how I spend my free time, my career decisions, you know, how I dress, who my friends are, where we go for the holidays, you know, what I do with financial, you know, decisions. That everything that already is my autonomy, I keep it. That's a good deal. You get everything you ever wanted, and you get to keep everything you already have. And the kicker, none of the upsetting things that happened in the past will happen again with you. So if I grew up in an environment where people raise their voices, well, you'll never raise your voice. Or an environment where people were always so busy working, they never had time for each other, you'll never do that. Or where people weren't honest or open with each other, well, you'll never do anything that reminds me of that. The things that were upsetting and painful from my past, I'll never have to go through again with you. And that tends to be what's there when people say, I want to share my life with another person. It's rare that they talk about it. So those tend to be the hopes. And right on the heels of the hopes, hiding in the shadows, are the exact opposite. And it's like we develop a little invisible radar to see if maybe, perhaps, instead of our hopes coming true, our fears are coming true. And we can start to believe that the good things we wanted are not happening and they're never going to happen. You know, maybe the intimacy or the money or the career or the success or the family that we thought we were going to have, it's not happening, and we can start to believe it'll never happen. And suddenly you're telling me where we're going for Thanksgiving, or who I can hang out with, or what assignments I can accept, or what I need to do with my paycheck, you know, or how I have to dress, or wear my hair. Suddenly you're taking away things that are mine.
Are you talking about the Navy or my wife? Sorry. Let's not have confusion right here. Sorry.
That was good. Yeah, no, that can be very true.
You have two bosses.
Yeah, it can be very true. And that's part of what's unique about military families, is, you know, that contract and oath, that you very different relationship. You know, with military families, it's not just the couple that's in the relationship. The military's in the relationship. So that's, thank you for bringing that up. Okay, so the good things I had, I'm losing. And worst of all, you're doing things that remind me of upsetting things from the past. You said you'd be home, you didn't come home. I texted you, you said you didn't get it. I called you, you didn't answer. You know, I was telling you what I was sad about. Instead of just listening, you tried to fix me or judge me or tell me, well, I shouldn't have done that. You know, that somehow it's my fault. That the things that I never wanted to go through again, which I probably didn't even share with you, probably didn't even tell you what those events were, and I myself might not even know the decisions I made about the events of my life. But you're doing things that remind me of upsetting things from the past, and we can easily hand the bill to who's there in the present for things that they not only have nothing to do with, but have no clue where it's coming from. And we often do. We're going to get to that. So part of the goal of this work is to, first of all, help us figure out those answers for ourselves. And that's why it can be very challenging when people choose to share their lives with another person before they even have a clue what they want their life to be about. You know, what are the goals and values, and what do I want this precious gift of life to be about for me? And how does that fit for what you want for you? And in order to have those dreams come true, what would I be willing to surrender in a split second to have that? And what are the things that I wouldn't be able to surrender? What are the things I'm really committed to keep? And what are the upsetting events that happened in my life that I can share with you so that instead of triggering each other, we can be healing to each other? Because that's very much part of the work of an intimate relationship, is to become healing to each other. So that takes being able to communicate. It takes being safe to be vulnerable. It takes it being safe to be vulnerable. It takes takes empathy, and that's all what we're gonna be exploring.